This is our first semifinal in the W3C season finals. This is not what we were hoping for in Grubby versus ToD. ToD is there. If you ask people prior to this tournament, who of the two 4K legend will be in the final four, I would say 85% would say, yeah, it's going to be Grubby. If he practices, he's going to be there, but there's one man standing against that who ruined all of this, and that was SaiDe. So it's ToD versus SaiDe. ToD, when he saw the group draw, or the bracket draw, he saw little DC, and he was always already a little demotivated, like, oh man, this guy is so good. Not the best against Night Elf, but he beat him 2-0. And then yesterday he said, well, Cooper, Blade Master, yeah, I know that's coming, but I can't see this hero. He's going to crit me to death. I'm not feeling too hot right now. Boom! 2-1, Cooper eliminated as well. But the big story of this tournament, and of course Happy and Exort are waiting in the second semifinal, is SaiDe. The Legend Killer, 2-1 over Mikael, 2-1 over Grubby. Two very, very decorated players already eliminated. Can he slaughter the third Legend in a row? This is from now on all best of 5.
Yes, sir. So settle in, strap in, and get ready for a nice, long, epic series. Especially Night Elf versus Human is traditionally the one that most tends to go to 2-base. Most tends to go to tier 3 and ultra late game. And nowadays sees a lot of Warden and Keeper. But guess what, Neo? We're not on Asia. We're not on NetEase. We have our own style, okay? We have our own traditions. And SaiDe still loves the Demon Hunter. Where most top Night Elves around the world have forsaken him, he's gonna try the Demon once again. Like Lil DC did. That didn't turn out too well, but we'll see. Maybe SaiDe does it a little bit better. The Demon Hunter is still a decent hero, but certainly doesn't have the same strength as the Warden and Keeper do. But at the same time also has the benefit that it is not played that much anymore nowadays, so maybe ToD not so familiar with it. We'll see. ToD in general, a player who loves to fast expand. I would be sort of surprised if he were to not see.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. ToD had a little bit of a break here after his match. It was very early on. SaiDe, of course, he must be pumped after this big win over Grubby. So I can see that the momentum is on SaiDe's side a little bit. Of course, they know each other quite well, and they will probably know exactly what to do. ToD is going for the mercenary camp right away. There is a Wisp coming in. ToD threatens that one. That one willing to get it into range of the Water Elemental, and ToD moves it away. So it doesn't get detonated. It can still do some damage, and the mercenary camp goes to him with the flute.
Very good item for him. Fast level 2. This costs a lot of militia time. This is very expensive in lumber, but opens up the Merc right away for the Shadow Priest, the fast level 2. Some tomes as well for good measure. And mercenary access, most importantly. That Berserker should help out quite a bit. So going for a green after, and then calling the militia again to go for the expansion. That's what we're expecting here for ToD. Was going for a safety tower, but SaiDe wasn't just idly wasting time. He crept up his natural and can just expand there right now himself if he wants.
Yeah, this was kind of like the creep route was introduced by Remind, but he was using a lot of mana burn there against the Ogre Magi's, and that's not the case anymore. This is the new Night Elf way of creeping this without any mana burn, so you don't have to restore the mana with Moon Juice. So healing is very, very cheap on the Demon Hunter, and SaiDe is it just continue creeping with just this? No, right? It's just boots or staff or something, and then go for the aggressive. Water Elemental already gone, killed by the creeps. The Wisp is ready for another detonate. That could prevent the next Water Elemental. Doesn't use it yet.
Demon coming in now, finally with the boots. Seems like he's a little bit late. The camp is already crept. The AM is already level 3. He's getting burned. There's no more Water Elementals. But this AM doesn't need watery friends to do damage. Look at his inventory. Plus 10. Wonderful drops here for ToD. This time he can't complain. Not yet, anyways.
This
While
time.
we have... I've seen the stream. While we have the tech coming up, the Hunter Sword as well. But no counter expansion yet by SaiDe.
True. Interesting. Is this going to be a talent push? We asked the question when Little DC played as well. Demon Hunter taking so much damage. ToD trying to block. Gets a little bit of chip damage in and puts a lot of pressure onto his countryman. Yeah, this inventory is excellent. Like, all his damage is ranged. Footman is a little bit of meat in front, so the Water Elemental +4, Berserker +3, Archmage +10. This is a really good start for ToD. Now there's a Hunter's Fall at about 7-8 or something, and then we will see Lores once more. Set didn't do any damage, really, to this expansion. ToD should be safe for now, and Demon Hunter is far away from 3 as well.
And because of how much money he spent on items, he bought the boots and the circlet, he cannot quite rush tier 3 second hero and Lores too easily. We see the second hero right away. It's the Naga. Also, Ultra Vision coming in and 1 lore, but some resources are missing. And perhaps this Demon Hunter inventory was a little too expensive to afford everything, I mean. So Set has to make sure he gets value out of these items right now that he bought for the Demon.
Okay, Archmage pressured already, but out of range of the Naga now. Can't go in for another Frost Arrow. Demon Hunter still chasing. That's a lot of damage. ToD has to save himself to the shop. But he showed, especially on this map here against Cooper, that he does everything it takes to keep his Archmage alive. Staff and boots. Is that even enough? Mana burn right clicks. Oh my!
Wait, the Naga!
Uh-oh! Oh!
Oh my god, the Shadow Priest. Heal me! Heal!
A player's forces are under attack.
Heal? Is that a new Dispel or?
Just thought of my Overwatch days where I was always begging for a healer.
So
A
Demon Hunter.
long time ago. Demon going in. Look at the block though by the peasants. Man, we've seen this multiple times today. Now he's stuck!
Oh my god.
ToD with a trap surrounds the Demon Hunter and will be forcing the TP out. This AM. Living life on the edge, but living still.
Indeed. What a wonderful solution to this pressure. That was expensive, of course. Boots and staff. You want one of them, I guess. It's never bad to have, but it's very expensive. You can afford it now. Tech has started, but that's a little late. So there's still the tier 2 advantage for Set.
What can he do with that? He needs to grab map control quickly with those Dryads, find kills with a strong Demon Hunter. But the problem is the Demon isn't even level 3 yet. He was hoping with that aggression to get plenty of kills and then level up the Demon Hunter to 3, maybe even the Naga to 2, but that didn't really happen. He committed for the AM, didn't get the kill in the end. To make matters a little worse, to add insult to injury, the Dryad is stuck in the main. Set has not realized this yet. He can just uproot. Alright, there we go. Fixes that little problem. But there are many more problems around the corner, like for example ToD's tier 2, which is going to be finishing soon.
It's at 60% roundabout. That's a good force. He does have defense, so the Footman should be safe despite the Naga. Blacksmith is missing for now, but will be stepped down soon as well. Demon Hunter never level 3. You really don't want to invest that mana potion early. That invo potion early. Shop is up, so Staff and Orb will be ready in a bit.
I'm trying to steal the heal scrolls over here. That Staff of Telly served him well, but it will now be sold. He wants to keep all the bonus damage and the move speed for the second hero later on. Many humans out there nowadays go for Bloodmate, but ToD seems to be preferring the Naga still. Also, certainly quite good against the Demon Hunter. We do have a new big donation, by the way. Thank you, Pipicus88 for the 20 euros. Thanks for the drugs. You're welcome, man. Enjoy the ride. Thank you, thank you. Sack and barracks. And we know what that means. Rifleman, most likely. This is starting to look quite reminiscent of the game against DC.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly the same early game, but it was somewhat similar. Nice usage of the heal scroll here. All the footies healed up again. ToD is going to TP out, try to do that before he loses too much, and he saves every single unit. That was pretty nicely done. And these heroes, I keep on saying it, but it's true. They're just not strong enough yet to do all that amount of damage that Set is hoping to do.
What happened to ToD between his series versus Cooper and this one? Especially, like, if you exactly compare Last Refuge to Last Refuge. ToD seems so much more stable, pretty much doing no mistakes. This is ToD in excellent shape, if you ask me.
It's a very different matchup. I think one that he feels much more confident in. He has been concerned about the Blade Master for a long time, but he sort of overcame the Blade Master earlier on. Now has the Naga and is getting ready for the late game. Double Sanctum and double Barracks. Lumber a little bit low right now, but that will be fixed soon as well for ToD. Usually you want to go into army quickly, 60 supply, maybe 70 supply. Make sure you can contest the map, make sure you can survive against pushes, and make sure you can level up as well, and then maybe go tier 3 later on. Although, we didn't see that before by ToD, probably just because he didn't want to give me inner fire rifles.
For sure, that's the only reason. But yeah, inner fire, long range is ready. So a lot earlier than before, because he just could gather the necessary resources for it. And getting one of the most dangerous spots out of the way, so he can't be creep-jacked here, as he knows that his opponent is busy on the other side of the map. That's pretty smart. What do you got for it? Talisman, okay. Red spot for Sad. Feels like he needs a big item. Got the medallion? Meh. And he sees there's an expansion coming up now, but he has plenty of time to push this.
Players' forces are under attack.
So more right clicks against the creeps here. So the red spot is going to ToD as well. This is his game right now. Creeping Fiesta Class plus 12 on the Naga is just fantastic. Again, not an aura, but a very good one. Naga hitting hard now.
The town is under siege.
So hardened skin upgrade. That is the Mountain Giant transition. Almost done. And the Mountain Giant saved Sad twice in the series against Grubby. ToD, does he have a better solution to this? Feels like rally point is again in the base to not get them intercepted by an ambush by Sad in the north, which is smart. I hope he remembers that later on. But Sad is establishing the second base. That is pretty much unpushable at this point. Orb on the Demon Hunter. Poking again a little bit. Defend upgrades first. And there's more rifles now. He needs damage. At least a little bit.
That's a lot of production coming in. Churning off of 4 production buildings can be hard to do, but ToD was quite rich right there. Little trust fund, baby. Had around 1,500 gold and now can spend it all. Demon Hunter is trying to be annoying. It's always something you can very effectively do when there's no MK on the other side. You can just harass and then staff out and hopefully not die. Fine, no problem. Nothing happened. Demon gets out. Bought a bit of time. Did a bit of scouting. And ToD, though, oh my god, he shot up so fast in supply.
Yep.
Just like 70 seconds ago, he was at 50. Now it's at 68. And this is the dangerous moment. 2 heal scrolls on top of this. And this army is terrifying.
Alright then. This is, 70 supply human push. It's been this way for plenty of years. It's so powerful. The shooting up from 50 to 70 if you bank a little bit. And I like the invis plays, by the way. This Archmage can rarely get burned. So he always has a Wards Elemental ready at the beginning of the fight and can control the shop without any issues, not getting slowed, not getting trapped. Pretty sweet.
2 MGs are on the way. And we have seen before how strong they can be. Against Berserkers, they ruined Grubby's day, and against Rifles, they can also be very good. Normally, the way Human beats MGs is with tier 3 or with insane amounts of supply advantage. There is a supply advantage for ToD, but it's not that crazy, I would say. Well, it's 80, so it's certainly a big army, but we have 64 for SaiDe. But 2 of those Mountain Giants are still stuck in production. That's 14 supply at the moment missing. This timing for ToD is hitting crisply shortly before SaiDe is ready.
Are you saying the supply is lying? The soup is actually lying? Maybe it is. Militia support is big. That's 8 militia. Certainly a death push for ToD. Big army coming in with upgrades, with good mana, with good inventory. It's going to be very, very hard to deal with for SaiDe, but he has illusions on the Mountain Giants.
Peasants there tanking some of the Fork Lightning. Demon Hunter takes a lot of damage right away. Bears in the front line, Mountain Giants, illusions. Pretty hectic fight. Demon Hunter Invo gonna run out soon. He gets level 4 though. Wisp coming in from the back and beautiful detonates. Oh my god, those were wonderful. Demon dropping low. There should be a staff for him. There's no staff for the demon. Oh my god, SaiDe, you need to be careful. That Demon Hunter is gonna be going down. Couldn't save him. Didn't have the staff. Tried to save the money. First hero dies. But the Naga, dude, look at her experience. She's almost level 5. And she's been saving a lot of mana. He's gonna have level 3 Folk Lightning running through here in a second.
And that just might be the Naga for top. The Bears are still attacking. He wanted to pass something, didn't really work. He still has the TP, still has the potions, so can't stay alive. But Todd's army is slowly getting weaker and weaker by the minute. Or by the second, rather. Folk Lightning rattling through for the second time. The Mountain Giants, there's just no solution to this. Sad the MG Master. 2 more breakers about to fall. He can't deal with the MGs again.
This Naga is almost level 6. And this ultimate could actually do something. There's no cancel for it. Doesn't have the mana right now, but later. But Todd has 50 supply left only. His timing didn't work out, and now he's facing Mountain Giants. The Knight of Celeste, the expansion is standing. The Demon died. Lots of Wisps died. Lots of Dryads died. But the Expo is standing, and Set has a supply lead, and Todd is only now going for tier 3. Greatly regretting now not to have done that earlier.
Are you telling me that this Naga just got 1.5 levels in this fight after 15 minutes?
I think she started like straight up on level 4, actually. I think she got like 2 levels.
Yeah, with the Demon Hunter gone, there was a lot of solo experience, if you ask me. He did skill Tornado. So this is an Expo held. Of course, the Wisps were detonated. But the Expo is still there. And Todd is
Tornado's mostly a meme ultimate, but if there's no cancel on the other side, it's actually pretty good. You can Cyclone up like 6 different units.
Yeah.
And I think because it's an ultimate, maybe you can Cyclone Breakers, but maybe that just goes for damage. I'm not sure. We're going to find out together. Let's see.
Who this weekend is providing some great entertainment. Todd still has the TP, trying to go for the level 5, but Sad absolutely knows what's happening. Can he? Oh my god. If he cyclones the Archmage, he can't really TP. And then he's stuck with the rest of the army. Okay. Let's go for it.
TP's out, but the big boy will be going to Set. There's more experience for him. Demon is still far away from 5. But he's going to get an item here as well. Periapt, actually pretty good for the Demon Hunter.
Yep.
He's got a lot of EHB with his armor and evasion. This helps him tank a lot.
Yeah,
It's a very tanky front line for Set indeed. A Demon, Mountain Giants, Bears, to a lesser extent, but still okay. Todd needs the tier 3 upgrades. He needs Inner Fire. He needs a 3rd hero.
There you go, for all of them.
Maybe some Frag Shards.
Animal War Train, Frag Shards, Sundering Blades, and Inner Fire, all queued at the same time. So it feels like the clock for Set is ticking. His army isn't getting any better. He's getting attack upgrades, defense upgrades, okay. But that won't give him the win. Todd is getting major upgrades for his army. Still on 2 bases. He is harassing, actually. It's a Folk Lightning battle in the main base of Set.
That's a classic for Todd, sending in the Naga Invis, using Folk Lightning to kill Wisp and staffing out. One of his favorite things to do. Normally, human tier 3 is insanely hard for Night Elf to deal with all the upgrades coming in. But this is a Naga second. She's a decently strong second hero, but she's no Blood Mage, and she's no Mountain King. She does fall off compared to the other ones. Now, so does Sed's Naga, to be fair, but she's level 6, first of all. And secondly, she can carry an Orb of Venom. She now has an Orb of Venom and a Mana Stone. That is gonna be so much Folk Lightning. And I much prefer Sed's position here, to be honest. As long as he makes sure the Dryads don't get completely destroyed by the Mortar teams. But then again, we don't even have that many Dryads anymore.
Tough situation. Todd got all his upgrades. Now he needs the numbers. 73, more Mortars coming. Paladin about to pop out. More Sorks. Sad is ready to push. Archmage once again, level 5. There is, exactly as you said, level 3 water elementals can't be dispelled too easily. Sundering Blades are amazing against Mountain Giants. You will have solutions for this. Nice reveal, Set. Figuring out that there's always Invis stuff happening.
That's more experience. This Demon is very close to 5. Level 3 burn, very good. And Metamorphosis also not too bad from what I heard. Keeps on pressuring, takes out some farms, controlling the map. Todd has been playing this game mostly defensively. We saw one attack by Todd this whole game, and it failed. And now we see the Tornado! It doesn't do damage against units, but it does damage buildings. Might be taking out the workshop. It certainly will be taking out the workshop, and also cyclones up units that it hits.
Oh.
Hits the first knight right there, and it slows enemy units in the vicinity. But he cancels it, satisfied with what he did. Sad is poking a little bit, but he doesn't want to commit too much just yet.
Yeah, I guess with the Mana Stone, the regen is fine. So he was full mana anyway. Why not use it? Retreat a little. And there's no more mortars now. Also, no... Oh, this could be interesting, by the way. No flying machines. Instead is adding in fairy dragons. There's 2 rifles with great positioning. These casters will be wrecked.
Yeah, it's going to come down a lot to execution. It could be strong on both sides if the fairies are very well positioned, but also if ToD micros his forces well. With the rifles plus water buttons, he has plenty of piercing damage.
Remo, I thought you're the expert here. You must know by now that Warcraft games are never about execution. It's always about balance and item luck. Come on.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying my best to balance it out as much as I can, but... yeah, this seems to be pretty even. My biggest concern is this Naga second for ToD. I don't think she provides that much anymore. She's again going for the harass. Again, the invis into Wisp Snipe and then Telestaff out. It's a cute little play, but now with there being a Shredder, it's not like he really needs that much Lumber Wisps. But the wind is going down. That means no more fairies for quite a while, but there's still 3. Zed can remake the wind. And now up on the high ground is ToD. Does Zed really want to go up here is the question.
Ooh, the fairies are crazy!
The bear drop!
Yep, so nice. The Zeppelin in the back. And this damage is just nuts. That didn't work out for ToD. That was a smart play positioning himself on the high ground, but Zed had the answer with the bear drop. Wonderfully done.
Sick engagement. And now the heavy upgrades for the Night Elf are coming in. The biggest late game Night Elf strength along with Orb of Venom is their upgrades. All the good units of theirs benefit from the same upgrade type. The Bears, the Mountain Giants, the Dryads, they all benefit from the same, so you can really spam those heavily. Even the Fairy Dragons, by the way. As opposed to most other races. The Army of the Human here, for example, the Knights, the Mortars, the Rifles, they all have split different upgrades, and the casters don't benefit from upgrades at all, where the Night Elf does. So this is one way the Night Elf can get a little bit ahead in the late game, and with a third base, that's another option. We have a Tree of Life coming up bottom right. Zed doesn't want to move the tree over from the main. I like that. Yeah. He wants to keep it there for Moon Juice regen, and he even fits in a bottom third now for the Aura, but more importantly, for another Orb of Venom.
I think ToD is walling off the high ground with Invis Knights. Okay, he reveals himself now. Speaking of bases, ToD is mined out. He's at 100 here. And can he establish another base? That's the question. He needs to. Otherwise, there's pretty much no chance. Scout out. Revealing this
Scout
position.
Late game. Yeah,
seeing this is hard. This is a hard nut to crack.
Triple Orb of Venom. This is crazy damage potential. The Knights could have a very tough time. And again, the Zeppelin's coming in from the back. The 5-bear drop into the back line. Beautiful engagement again by Zed. And how hard for ToD to take a fight here. In fact, he says he can't. He's evacuating, TP's out, and that is him with no gold mine left. No more income for the human.
Unbelievable tournament day for Zed already. He knows exactly what to do. And now ToD has to re-engage for the win because Zed will be up at 2 bases and he's going to be up at 0. The damage per second with the Orb of Venom, you said it, is just phenomenal. It's just overwhelming. The heroes are dropping down to 50%. Wisps are coming in to detonate. All the checkboxes are ticked for Zed. And yeah, Brilliance Aura is fine and all, but if all your mana is getting burned and then there's Fairy Dragons that hurt you for the mana you use, this is almost an unwinnable situation for ToD at this point. Zeppelin is saving units left, right, and center. Mortar team's okay. They provide something good, but the rest is dealt with. Tornado again. And the Zeppelin, man. There's so many saves. Level 2 for the bottom. That's True Shot Aura now, I guess. Demon Hunter. Okay, well played by ToD again for the second time today. And that's 1-0 for Zed.
Is this the wonder of 2021? Zed, is he having as miraculous of a run as the German football team had in 1954?
Oh
What's up with this guy? Did you just scream?
Yeah. 57-year-old football reference, really?
I saw the movie, bro. I saw the movie. That was only around 15 years ago. Dude, he just keeps on impressing. Those Mountain Giant timings, really strong. If SaiDe makes it to the late game, again, he realized what he has to do. The early game and the mid game, honestly, was pretty shaky. I think ToD had a really strong early, but he didn't transition so well into the later stages. Maybe he got a little bit complacent and a little too sure of his victory. He crept a lot when he could have pressured instead. I think that is sometimes ToD's downfall, where he goes a little bit too much PvE, where other top humans, especially from Asia, will pressure and will make the Night Elf's life difficult. I think if you want to go for that big timing attack like he did, you have to do that earlier than Mountain Giants. If you want to fight into Mountain Giants, and he should have known they should have been out by then you have to go tier 3. And this is something that ToD has shown time and time again, that he prefers the tier 2 style more. Against DC, it worked.
Yeah.
But against SaiDe, not so much. And also, he got punished for that Naga second hard later on. If he had a Blood Mage second, this would have been much better.
Definitely. Also, Mountain King would have been very good against the Bears, for example. But, against the Demon Hunter, Mountain King is always very hard. So usually you try to out mana steal with the Blood Mage against the Demon Hunter. That wasn't the case here. ToD wanted to end it rather fast compared to the tier 3, and that hurt him. But it's a pretty high level game. Rarely any mistakes. SaiDe is playing excellent Warcraft here. And let's see if this can continue. And this is Echo Isles now. Might we even see a ward?
We definitely see it here in plenty of cases from lots of players. I'm not sure if SaiDe is a Warden player. And this also comes to serve him. People aren't so familiar with him. They aren't so ready for his playstyle. Normally, when you play on Last Refuge, you're like, okay, I have to be worried about two things. Either Keeper or Beastmaster. That is the meta, so to speak, especially in Asia. But here, SaiDe plays a Demon Hunter, and for the first time in a while, I see a Demon Hunter first winning, and that was thanks to SaiDe's strong play, and I think also in part thanks to a few mistakes from ToD's side. Does he play a Warden? Neo, what's your intel on this? SaiDe, how many Warden games has he played?
Dude, I have no idea, but I would say yes. I would say let's go. I think he knows exactly what's up. And I would say that he plays a Warden here now. Question in chat, by the way, if the Orb of Venom is really that good, and as we are glad to explain this, yes, it absolutely is crazy strong, as it adds, I'm not exactly sure about the number, 54 damage per hit as poison. Is it 54? Might be 63.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Mean, it's a little misleading. You don't hit like for 54 every hit. It's damage over time that has the potential of being 50-something.
And the good thing is, if you hit with multiple Orbs of Venom, that damage stacks. So you can get up to 180 or 190 damage as poison damage. It is a Keeper, by the way. So yeah, triple Orb is incredibly strong. We have a Keeper opening with an Ancient at the expansion.
We're seeing this more and more nowadays with the Ancient of War at the expansion. The idea being you can creep the Expo right away and then creep up further, especially with the Keeper. This is, by the way, only doable on the left side of Echo Isles, which is kind of weird. Echo Isles not exactly symmetrical, so a little bit lucky here perhaps for SaiDe to spawn over here. Also, there's differences in Merc Camp spawn creeps. One of the sides, I always forget which one, is safe to creep and the other isn't. I think the right one is safe and the left one isn't, something like that, in case of a militia harass. So maybe here that spawning position influenced the Keeper choice and the Ancient of War choice as well. We do have a Scout Footy running across, but I think it's going to be too late to know about this creep in the south before it's finished. So it's going to be done very quickly indeed.
Once again, guys, in case you're tuning in a little later, this is the first best of 5 of the tournament. So it's not match points yet, but it's certainly a nice situation for SaiDe to be in to continue his momentum after the win over Grubby. Archmage with a claw again, moving over right away, but he won't find anything up north. So all he can do is Wisp Hunt.
Yeah, the Keeper here is going to get good experience, but not quite level 2. Oh, look at the Wisp on the right side. Is he going to detonate the Water Elemental? This is a big moment in this game. How good is the multitasking and the overview of SaiDe? He needs to creep in the south, protect his main base, the Wisp there, and detonate on the right side.
Didn't.
But he didn't get the detonate, so the Keeper didn't quite get the level up. The AM is going to get his level 2 here very, very soon. And wants to pressure. We saw this before, especially against the Warden. That makes a lot of sense, but this time he's going up against the Keeper, which means he can much more easily lose these footmen, but ToD is excellent at last hitting, and there prevents experience from the Watchman.
Absolutely. Keeper still not level 2. We have the Brilliance Aura working against SaiDe at the moment, or in favor of the Archmage. Expo, not queued yet, but rather the tech, so the priorities should be clear to get the high tech early. ToD playing this one base. Tier 2 tech at 50% with the early aggression. Oh, trying to block. Cheeky play. Again. Dodges the right click. Dodges the right click again. Sad. Showing some good micro. Man, ToD will be so tilted. And now detonates against it.
It's mostly a psychological play. Honestly, the resources he lost there, it wasn't really worth it, but he shows ToD what's up.
Yeah. If you get into ToD's brain, onto his nerves, that can be worth a lot of resources.
It was only a small move though. I think ToD is still fine with the situation. He knows his tech is way faster. He saw that there was no expansion, and now he's moving into rifle play soon. With rifles, we see quite a few pushes. It just is customary to see, but against the Keeper, that probably wouldn't be the smartest idea. So, what else then do you want to go for? Expansion on tier 2 or a tier 3 rush? Usually are the two options. Expo is pretty weird. We don't really see that. I mean, tier 3 rush, is not so commonly seen anymore nowadays. So expansion is what I would be expecting. And also second heroes will be interesting to see what we're going to be having here soon.
Is it the Naga again? Is it some Tavern Hero? Is it the Mountain King that slows you down quite a bit? But it is an MK for ToD. Tier 2 not quite finished for SaiDe. It is rather slow, but he's intercepting the early rifles, and that's big plays for SaiDe if he gets the kills.
The next entangle, he should get it. Cost him quite a bit of mana, but killing off a rifle is certainly nice. I think he got the deny,
yeah,
did
he did.
Yeah, ToD really good with this. MK second, as you said. Demon Hunter second would be the best counter to this. Now, does SaiDe know this is happening? I think he should go Demon Hunter regardless. Maybe. Well, what we've seen from Lawlight, which looked really good in the past, was Keeper into Naga into Demon Hunter. Really strong triple hero. But, as is the nature of triple hero, requires a lot of creeps. And on Echo Isles, we do not have a lot of creeps.
Exactly. We do have a new donation, by the way, by Herr Mo. €1.39. Much love, my friend. Glad you enjoy this.
In the meantime, the Maturino is at almost 3,300, by the way. 3,198.
That is incredible. Can we
3-3, 3-3. That would be pretty progress, if you ask me.
Pretty threed?
You could say that as well. Keeper now level 3. Since we're on the subject, he's gonna go for Treants here. No entangle. Realizing Dispel, or as we like to say, Dispel, will be coming in very soon. Still takes a little while, to be honest, with the Sanctum only finished now. SaiDe moving south. What's the second hero? It is the Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
I like that choice.
Almost lasted here for SaiDe. Lots of Treants now. No Dispel available. That's, of course, a way to get rid of Footman and the Water Elemental. I think that was the Knight again. Not 100% sure. But ToD is seeking for revenge, trying to block, trying to force a staff or the town portal. Playing with fire. There's no bash, so all calculated. And no mana anymore.
Walks it off, Neo.
Great
Cool guys don't look at
retreat.
explosions.
Indeed.
Easy, he says. SaiDe and retreats to his side of the map. Wants to start leveling up this Demon Hunter. If the second heroes here both level strongly, it should be favoring the Night Elf because, of course, the Demon can just burn the Mountain King twice, and then usually he's out of mana if he does get to level 2 mana burn. Are there still enough creeps for this? I think so. With the Murlocs and the Merc and the Green, that should be enough. But the Keeper must make sure not to soak up too much experience here.
And more creeping for ToD as well. He's playing this Rifle Caster without a tier 2 expansion, without a tier 3 tech. So, oh, expansion maybe now. Calls the Militia. Not even Militia, it's Peasants. So, I think he finds himself in a comfortable situation to draw this out. No counter expansion up yet, but tier 3 around the corner. Second lore now as well. And we do see bears again for SaiDe.
A player's
Keeper in the
forces
main,
are
ready
under
to
attack.
harass a little bit, but he doesn't
Town is
have that
under
much mana.
siege.
He doesn't have the orb yet. He doesn't have dryads here, so this is not really scary. It's just a little annoying, costing a little bit of lumber, but ToD has the resources to afford that. Got the lumber mill early. Death Note will be happy, and the expansion will be finished soon.
Alright. Level 3 MK. Big level if you have the mana. And we got another claw plus gloves of haste. This Archmage hits like a truck.
A player's forces are under attack.
60% for the expansion. SaiDe figures this out very quickly. Well, already looking forward to the tug of war around the merchant at the very late game stages. I think ToD will not push too early. He's no incentive to do so. And SaiDe's still waiting for his tier 3 to come online. So this will probably take a little bit.
But once he has the orb and the mountain giants, and later the second orb, we have seen how strong that can be. And there's, it's gonna be hard, as we said earlier, to pull off a third hero here since there's so few creeps. SaiDe doesn't need a third hero. ToD, if we go tier 3, will want a third hero. But tier 3 for the human is still certainly far away. First, ToD wants to make sure he gets all the creeps he can and he protects his expansion, while SaiDe, what's the plan for him? Is he gonna pressure? Is he gonna distract? He still doesn't have mountain giants. He still doesn't have Orb of Venom. It seems like his options are pretty limited so far.
Yeah, he's going shop control for heal scroll and invul. There was a lot of intention on a demon hunter so far by ToD. Crystal ball scans for an expansion, sees nothing happening. All right, still got time. Let's cue the tech.
Forces are under attack.
Much faster this time. Wanting to make sure he's ready for the mountain giants later on, because it's very, very likely that they will be coming. SaiDe takes out the last camp on the map. It's gonna be in a bit of a rough position over here. Might be forced to TP out. ToD is gonna find him here soon. Has his own heal scroll. SaiDe hoping for a better item now than the talisman before. Claws +9. Not too bad. They want to give that to the keeper, actually. Uh-oh! And here comes the human army.
Phew, cancelled the staff right away. Otherwise, the TP would have been gone from the fight. And then how do you take this? Pretty much impossible. And you know what's impossible as well? The amount of support that Knubbequakes has given us throughout the entire existence of Back to Warcraft. And of course, he's gifting subs left, right, and center throughout the day. And it seems like he enjoys this one pretty much because he is donating $250 to the Back to Warcraft project. Go for match 3. Bring in the tanks now. Knubbequakes he has a strange obsession with blood mages and tanks, but who am I to argue with your preference, man? Thank you so much once again. And Residue with a €20 donation. Much love, you guys. It is an unbelievable weekend.
That is very, very generous. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Knubbe. Thanks to all the supporters of the tournament and of our stream. Seems like we're going to be drawing very close here to the decision of map number 2. SaiDe seems to be in an all-in position. ToD is mining off of 2 bases. Loves playing ahead with 1 base with the expansion. And this time, he doesn't even have to worry about mountain giants. They are nowhere to be found. It's only bears and archers and soon to be dryads coming in. So this seems a lot less scary of an army.
Priests were a little out of position for a while. Can be reached by archers, but dispel immediately. That was a big chunk of experience. ToD is in a weird position here at the tree. I think I've never seen a fight over here, but ToD knows this is not the best. Repositions immediately and into the safety of the towers.
Yeah, that was a great TP. He bought a lot of time. Managed to do a lot of damage to the bears and then TP out before losing anything. However, what he did lose, I suppose, was his MK's mana. He got burned, he used Stormbolt Clap once, and that was it. And that's the strength of the Demon Hunter, of course. Behind this, we do have an expansion coming up, but it's about 3 minutes away from finishing. So SaiDe needs to keep the pressure on here and ideally trade well to buy time for his counter expo. ToD, however, has the big supply.
Yeah, and ToD loves to survive in situations like this. He's so good at just staying in fights for a long time. The towers will speak for themselves. Lightning shield onto that Mountain King, but there's no other way to save him as there's no staff and all of a sudden no consumable as well. Invis probably wasn't ready. No, it's not researched, so the MK is gone.
And he can't go to the tavern at the moment. One bear dropping low. Staff is on cooldown. That one will be going down. Rejuve coming in. The army for ToD is still big. Level 4, level up for the Keeper. Another bear goes down, though. Despite the hero loss, it seems like ToD is taking a great trade over here.
Archmage level 4.5, and SaiDe is running out of steam, especially on this Demon Hunter once again. Using the step for the invul. Can't really stay in there, but Knights are super fast, and they are on the hunt. Retreating now a little, letting this one getting healed up before he gets entangled once again. Set at 44 supply only. ToD at a strong 71 with double income. Very, very hard to lose this game by now. Except if SaiDe is establishing the expansion, mines from it, and drags out the game, because ToD will be the first to mine out.
Yeah, very hard now to deal with these Knights. The archers could fall very, very quickly. We haven't even seen it in fire yet, by the way. Is it in research? It sure is.
50% done. But ToD is already pushing,
barreling
right?
down towards the expansion. Too late for the cancel, but this is enough damage to force a kill. He's going to play it safe, go to the shop, and go for a TP. But I think he should have the firepower here to take out the second base.
A little bit of a pit stop to get nothing. Okay. Thought otherwise. Cute something else. MK is still not back. Brave. And Mountain Giants are here. We do have upgrades. Wellspring is coming in as well.
Another heal scroll here for ToD. That's a lot of Knights suddenly. The double barracks benefit. You can transition quickly into whatever you want. Rifles, Knights, and now here we go. Inner Fire online. Late game. Tier 3 human unlocked.
Yeah.
We don't even have a third hero yet, but it might be coming in form of the Paladin soon.
Mountain King is in as well, and you see how much damage these Knights do against MGs now. Usually there's no solution to it, but Mass Knights is a very, very good solution. Mana burn for the MK. Does he have a potion? Not really, but bears are falling into the slow trap and into their grave as well.
MK on the chase, hungry, 4 more kills. And there's quite a few on a silver platter, but SaiDe is going to have to give up this expansion. Very much looks like this is going to be our 1-1. Unless something miraculous happens. Oof, Demon in trouble. Staff saves him, but there's no saving this Tree of Life. That one will be gone. The Wisp detonates early on LR were absolutely wonderful. We're partly responsible for the win at the expansion hold, but here the expansion will not be held. And ToD will not be stopped. He keeps on going towards the main.
Yeah.
He's got the 80 supply, he's got the upgrades, he's got the inner fire. Only thing missing is the third hero, the Paladin. We'll be joining him soon. And we'll be joining him soon into map number 3 with the 1-1 score, if you ask me.
We see double workshop, so maybe Knubbe's dream is coming true. And we see tanks to finish this off, but I don't think we'll have time for that, as ToD the Snowplow is killing off SaiDe, even in the main base of SaiDe, where there's Moonwells and shop control, shop support and reinforcements immediately. This is just way too powerful. It's the dominant ToD striking back on his first map.
Seems like this is... I mean, if this isn't critical mass, I don't know what is. We have slow everywhere, inner fire, third hero. If the Demon Hunter falls, this should be the double Gs. He does survive a little bit longer. Second Orb of Venom definitely missing here for SaiDe, but he's been broke this whole game. It's not like he can easily afford everything that he desires. You need some resources for that. And there was the strength of ToD's Tier 2 expansion. He was able to get in those additional resources. Should SaiDe have expanded sooner, perhaps? I don't know. Hard to tell. I think the big problem for him was the late tech. The pressure early on that he faced in the main forced him to stay tier 1 longer. And I guess that's a weakness of this Ancient of War build towards the south. Maybe he wasn't expecting this pressure play to be coming in by ToD so quickly. despite the fact that it was shown before. GG well played is called. This
Yeah.
game was certainly over.
Sweet.
And we have a 1-1.
We have a 1-1 indeed. Really nice to have a long series here in this best of 5 set. Taking the lead, ToD strikes back. And that was good adjustments here. Tier 2 expansion. This time with the rifle opening. And he caused some trouble for SaiDe that he maybe didn't expect. But yeah, there's a reason why many Night Elves on this map play Warden. It's probably better, but needs a very specific skill set and maybe not the favorite hero for SaiDe. And then ToD is there to punish that.
Yeah, Keeper can also work out well, but I think if you have a Keeper, you need to be able to ensure level 2 fast and then deal with the footies. That's one of the biggest strengths of the Keeper, being able to deal with footmen well. The Demon Hunter can't do it. The Warden can do it, kind of, but not before level 3. That's usually the strength that the Keeper brings, but ToD there with that attack into the main really threw off our Night Elf player. But that's okay. There's plenty more chances left. There was ToD's map choice after all, and we're at a 1-1 score, meaning we're going now into a best of 3.
Can't help yourself, can you? Yeah, absolutely.
Classic.
It is a Back to Warcraft classic indeed. And our next map is Amazonia. If we follow a pattern here and go full distance, and the last map will be set, which is quite a big advantage in the late game stages. And our advantage here in the Warcraft 3 community that you apparently like what we do and you send us more support and more donations. Where did we end up with the subs, Remo? Do you even remember?
Yeah, it was Dardog, thank you with the 5-month resub, says, love y'all, love hearts. And Zerpathos with the 19 months, 13 Ananas with a sub.
I think
Krabby
it's
with the 10 euros
bananas.
says, nice matches. Dude, don't ruin my jam, okay? Nice matches, nice moderators, nice weekend. And Inferno Prince with a 5 euro says, Essen Tilo. Is that the dad telling his son right now to come to eat?
I think so. Essen, Tilo, get food.
Lito DNT with a 6-month resub says Latod Bolt and Texas Tuxedo. Thank you guys all very much for the support. Tilo, go grab a snack real quick and come back here because we don't want to miss these games. We have map 3 coming up, Amazonia. Who's going to claim match points?
Exactly. We have a lot more support here over at Matcherino as well. Lucas Bonen with the 25, Uber Bagel with the 20, Disproved by Hell with the 5 euros, and 3069 by Cool Trainer Ian. Giants, Giants, and Bears. Oh my 3 tens for WC3. Happy New Year, and here's to another amazing year of content from Back to Warcraft. Much love. Wonderful to see you guys not only supporting us, but also the incredible Back to Warcraft team, W3 Champions team. But yeah, we're tied. It's 1-1. Who claims match points, as Remo just said? We're loading in. Set. It was this the match where he lost his momentum, where he starts to question himself, like, okay, that wasn't really my game to take, or is it just, well, that's Echo. That's where I can't play Keeper to like the best way possible. So he expects that to lose.
A player's forces are under attack.
I don't think so. I think very few players have the spiral mindset of being like, well, I'm going to lose this map, but whatever. I think most players will try to win their map. And Echo, as we have seen it also work plenty well before. Not an unwinnable map. I think nowadays Keeper, Night Elf with Keeper has very few really bad maps because of the strength of Treant and Entangle. You can pretty much creep anywhere. And the Keeper, of course, early game so strong. Some downsides in the late game, but doesn't have to be the end of all things. With the orb and so on, we're going to have a quick level 2 here for the Keeper of the Grove right away. Gloves of Haste. ToD creeping the same camp. Of course, the lab very beneficial to go for early on, especially with Lightning Shield. Oh, he got the experience from that Water Elemental, didn't he? Yeah, he did. A little bit more for him. Good items here for the Keeper as well. This is a map where you can creep up level 3 very quickly, but you also need to make sure you know where the human is expanding or not. And that's the big question of this early game.
Yeah. ToD usually loves expansions. We know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 peasants. And only 2 farms. This might... Oh, there's the third one. And there's the fourth one. cheeky to maybe confuse SaiDe a little. And the police is coming, Remo. Here we go. But the Wisp sees it in a bit. Since it's Amazonia, he can move across very, very fast. And the damage of this Keeper is big.
That is scary. He doesn't have that much mana, though. And it seems like it's going to be too late for the Rock Golem. If he steals the last hit, however... Oh, that was pretty close.
Oh, yeah. The bird was almost there. Water Elemental resummoned again. We have a little bit of a summon war. How much pressure can he enter? The mana's already gone, but there's now big right-clicking birds.
A player's forces are under attack.
Only one peasant going down, though. This is totally fine for ToD. This is easily deflected attack. I think the Keeper just came in a little bit too late.
Yeah,
Easy expo for ToD. Happy with this one. Can set up the expansion right away. He has, 6 peasants still left. All good.
And that's level 3 for him as well. I think SaiDe saw the opportunity with the creep, but yeah, without level 3, not too easy to do too much. Now he got it, but limited mana and he's hurt. On the other side, ToD is getting all the tankiness items. He'll probably be very happy about that. As we all know him, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
He
Expansion.
hasn't selected the skill point yet. I hope he goes for Entangle. But then again, actually, some of the top Night Elves in Asia have been going Treants, actually. And then with the Naga, you just kill footies with level 1 Entangle anyways, not needing it. But here, the pressure comes in before the Naga is here, and the level 2 Entangle will be chosen, which is, of course, super powerful against these footies. ToD cannot really hope to achieve too much with them. He needs defend real bad.
Are under attack.
Yeah, for sure. That is the one way to survive against the Entangle. And the one way to survive for the Back to Warcraft project is with more donations. And we got another big one here. Wait, what's that? Pimaelu? I'm so bad at this name, Remo. Can you help me out?
Well, this is very clearly Lithuanian, so I'm going to help you out. Pimaeu! Thank you very much for the 50 euros. He says, thank you for amazing Warcraft 3 content. Thank you for the amazing donation from you, Pimaeu, and all the other guys. You have really been wonderful this weekend towards War 3 Champions, towards this tournament series, and towards us. And we're far from finished. Exactly. This is our first semi-final. We're going to have a second one with the Undead Mirror of Happy versus X-Lord. And of course, the grand final coming up later. Finally, the Naga second coming in for SaiDe. He needs her definitely to put more pressure on these footies. ToD is going to be under quite a bit of pressure here indeed until he finally has tier 2 and all the tech he wants.
Tier 2 has started. Lumber Mill is coming in as well, plus a Shredder. That will be a big Lumber Plus here. And of course, a very expensive investment as well. Tower coming. What does SaiDe do with his time? We saw the tree building at the 6 o'clock position. He's moving over now with the Engine of War as support. But ToD, he pretty much knows what's up. But how strong is his little rogue force here?
Yeah, that's the really hard thing to do when the human very obviously doesn't have map control, still being able to be disruptive, being able to find damage. The footies are going to get taken out with spells over time, although that one is actually surviving. The footy that lived? Never mind. Yeah, ruins those dreams.
No heart for the veterans here in ToD's army.
But even with the footies going down, that's sort of their job, sacrificing themselves selflessly for the
greater
good of the Republic.
Exactly.
And yeah, they're delaying the expansion here by quite a bit. Tree of Life still not rooted. And it's daytime, hitting here in just a moment, and the Moon Juice is kind of stressed already.
Yeah, this is a very late expansion. And
Uh-oh, it's daytime. The creeps wake up.
keeps him busy. Ancient. Oh, the tree, there's no wisp. Oh, that's not good. Shredder by SaiDe, but this might just be picked up as well. That lore is cancelled. ToD is doing a lot with just a couple of footmen and water elementals.
That Tree of Life, if that one goes down, that's the biggest disaster.
Uh-oh.
Wisps have to go over there to repair it.
Not that easy. Sapper onto the wisps.
Oh, the Tree of Life is still attacking. Okay, the Ancient of War takes the aggro over. Now
But-
ToD sees the Tree of Life.
Yep.
Let's still have
Let's
enough
go.
damage.
There's a little bit of regen. Wisps are coming over again. 2 footmen, one of them getting owned by the entangle. Oh, it's enough. It's enough. He's gonna. Oh, water mantle gone. There's no.
Oh my!
wisp.
No way!
Still-
No way!
No, Seth.
No way!
Entangle again.
Oh!
Footman down. The tree who lives.
No!
Boulder!
He gets bouldered!
Ah,
He gets bouldered! Okay, there's no entangle though. I think he should be able to get away.
Slow. If he slows him again. No, he
threw
turns around.
everything in. Stressful moments. Stressful moments. But the Tree of Life survives. No, he doesn't. The Zapper comes in.
Oh, wow.
How did he even hire the Zapper? What are you? Come
What?
out of nowhere.
I don't even know. No clue.
But
Oh
it connects.
my god.
All right.
What a crazy game this already is. There's a corpse. Maybe there was a footman or something. Genius sapper by ToD. That was super expensive. There was hectic, but it's still 2 base, 1 base. And we're moving over to tier 3 territory with an MK second. That was probably the play of the game.
Yeah, SaiDe normally would need to assert map control right now, keep pressure on the opponent. But he doesn't have many forces. Only 3 archers left. ToD did a really good job this game,
A player's force.
utilizing his footmen, like the top humans so often show us. Despite the fact that there was level 3 keeper, he still managed to find things to do with those footies. That Zeppelin will be going down. Maybe he hired the Sapper with a Zeppelin. Could be. In the Invis AM towards the Tree of Life. This is going to be another cancel here, as it seems.
Absolutely wonderful. Yep, that's... I'm not saying definitely. Not with these 2 guys after what just happened. Entangled breaks through with an invul. Absolutely worth it if this is working out. And it is.
We didn't cancel!
Oh, wow. Perfectly
He lost all
calculated
the
by
resources.
ToD. That is a TP out. Of course, no cancel against that as there's no disable. Again, pretty expensive, but way more expensive for SaiDe.
Yeah, probably a bit of a mistake by SaiDe using the Entangle on the AM rather than the Elemental. The Elemental couldn't have freed itself from the Entangle. That expansion being lost like that. Oof, that hurts.
700 gold for ToD. Saving a bunch. Has the Shredder up. Adept upgrade. Tier 3 done. Upgrades coming. SaiDe is on the timer here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Keeper into the main. We see Tree and Harass. There's not too much defense here, but also there's only Dryads and Archers. No Orb of Venom yet. ToD, if he TP's back, can easily force this back.
Yeah, with Militia, he can afford that. He's on the left-hand side. Just, okay. TP. Alright. Stoneball on the Naga wants to fight this. 1 Dryad already down. And now what's the next target, though? Clap against the heroes, interestingly.
Oh, the Keeper! He dies! The Shredder, Hank Schrader, puts in the damage. GG is called. And that's the 2-1 lead for ToD.
Okay, little anticlimactic here, but the game was lost already. ToD with the lead indeed. And it's 1 map away from the grand final versus his beloved undead race, right? Sad. Is this where he crumbles now? He was facing elimination once against Grubby, but that was his map in that series. ToD having great responses. Not the easiest game, but yeah, the first harass already didn't really work out for SaiDe. Timing's a little shaken up, I think. And then ToD with a wonderful push at the tree, waking up the creeps being attacked, and then ToD with the sapper. What a play.
Yeah, it really comes down to the early game, I think. If you want to harass the Expo creep right there, you have to have more wisps in position to get the effective detonates off, and you have to go there earlier to do damage. You can't go there so late with the Keeper with only 100 mana, only summoning 1 set of treants and doing nothing. But, well, hard to always make those perfect decisions in-game. Much easier for us to sit here and, criticize. But still, SaiDe has played a pretty good series here so far. The first map was absolutely outstanding, but ToD seems to be feeling himself again, seems to be coming back into the series 2 maps in a row now. Match point for him. And a chance on Concealed Hill to move on to the grand final.
Absolutely. Amazonia, one of the best keeper maps, already defeated by ToD. And chat is educating us that the Sapper ran across the entire map and wasn't hired at the bottom left, but at ToD's lab. That's a play you don't really see.
That guy was sweating bricks. There was keeper who could have cut him off, Dryads, Naga, but he made it through all the way.
And we have 2 new subs. Thank you, Wizbla and Gary for the 5-month resub. Thanks for the streams. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. So, we're ready. Nice chat between them here. Amazing Sapper, intense series. Smiley faces by ToD. Yeah, he's certainly happy about that outcome. And I guess we're all happy about every outcome here this weekend so far. Sad. Fighting for survival. 2 maps down. First match point for ToD. It is still Sad's map choice, CH. Is it time for Mountain Giants again? They were so helpful for him. In the match against Grubby, in the match against ToD, does he need the MGs to make it all the way to the grand final?
Yeah, that certainly seems to be a very valid option. We have seen a lot of Night Elves in the past doing well with going keeper, playing aggressively, harassing the expansion, playing archers, Naga, and then transitioning slowly into tier 3 and then Mountain Giants. Triple hero, probably with a Demon Hunter, and the triple orb. MGs for the tanks, and the orb for the DMGs. That is the way that usually Night Elf can stay in competitive in the late game without having these super strong second heroes. But it's, it's all about timings. When can you be effectively aggressive? How well can you defend? This might be what it comes down to. The early game here could be a big tell already. The early game for ToD on Echo was very strong with that harass in the main, delaying the tech, delaying the timing. And then the expansion harass was too weak on Amazonia, where ToD's timing was too easily coming online. And then, of course, the timing of the footies and the Sapper especially was wonderful. So ToD, what's he going to do now? Fast expansion once again? Perhaps. Doesn't have to be, though. It can also be a map for a level 1 aggression across the map, like on Echo Isles. But, of course, it's a much larger map than Echo is.
All right, then we have a keeper once again. That shouldn't come as a surprise. With that, you can creep the natural here, fairly easy long walk style, drawing out the Overseer, entangle it here, creep it there, or go for aggression himself if he expects a ToD expansion. He can try to punish that. Choices have to be made pretty early on, but of course, scouting is helping with that. We see wisps, footies, everything roaming across the map. Sad with claws. ToD with his first experience at the bottom left-hand side.
If Sad wants to be aggressive, he has to bring more wisps than the last time. There's one parked there already. The one scout wisp has been shooed away from the footy. But the keeper goes back to the north, or goes north, I guess I should just say. So it seems like Sad is not going to be interested in being aggressive right away. He's going to creep up first. If you want to be aggressive, normally you go towards the middle, creep the green at the spider crab, and then you're in position to attack the expansion. But that is not the choice here. ToD is making more and more peasants. We have 3 farms already. The 4th farm is the tell for the expo.
Yeah, not yet.
There it is, in the corner.
Huh? Here we go. Okay, once again, sneaky play by ToD. Not telling too much. There's a wisp at the 12 o'clock position for Sad, so he can counter-expand if he wants to. Tech has started for him. The last remaining Night Elf player, and of course the last remaining human player. Keep her moving over.
These 2 wisps are going to be a big deal. How well can they connect? If they hit Water Elemental and AM, this is terrifying for ToD. The first Water Elemental goes down right away. This could be a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Next Elemental summoned, but the wisps are here. 1, 2. Oh boy. All right.
Yeah,
have fun, peasants.
Indeed. Running away immediately. Yeah, this is disrupted for sure, and Sad will definitely be happy with this. This is not Overseer. Packing quite a punch. Archers are here. Keeper is still here. And yeah, Footmen, you said it on AZ, are usually supposed to die at one point, but not that early. Not that many.
Tier 2 tech has started and said is willing to counter expand with the Tree of Life coming, but only 2 Moonwells. So he's sacrificing Moonwells and Mana Regen for faster tech and also Hunter's Hall, by the way, along with the expansion. Finally, ToD clears the natural. He gets the Pendant of Energy, which is kind of nice, but doesn't give him any more regen. So the next Water Medley summons is going to be sort of useless, I suppose, until he has Mana Potions again. But the expansion is finally coming up. Now, can he apply some counter pressure? He's level 3 AM. He's pretty strong. And the Keeper's still far away from level 3 himself.
Can you get this one? Denied. Man, ToD is so good with this. Unbelievable. Sometimes it seems unfair. 50% for the Tree of Life in the north. Hunter's Hall is finished as well, so it's time to heal a little and creep, probably. Or, no. Moving south again. He can't prevent a level 3 Archmage anymore. All the experience the Archmage gets now is not ending up on a possible Mountain King. Panda second.
Panda. Okay. Strong late game option as well. Not a good orb carrier. But he has a Breath of Fire, which can be strong the longer it goes. Also not too bad for pressuring the Footman right now. It was either that or the Naga, I suppose.
Okay. Doing a good job so far. Didn't get the experience though. No tower up. ToD is not attacking, if I see this correctly. More militia called. And still no tech. What the hell? He's so lumber starved.
Yeah. Thanks to the defend and the militia and everything else, ToD wants to make sure he's not taking too much damage here. Wants to hold on to his expansion. Another deny. Holy smokes. These denies by ToD. Looking really good.
And the tree by SaiDe is finished. Moving over already. Just be careful to not walk into the trees again.
Yeah, it's daytime in like a minute, so he needs to be aware of that.
Ah, yes. Easy. Okay, now it's time to retreat and creep. And that gives ToD some time. Gets the lumber mill now. Getting kind of close. Sending a couple of militia back now. And that should be the tech. Exactly. Still some money to spend. Not using it at the shop for now. Healing up the footmen. So good multitasking by both players at the moment. But yeah, SaiDe has to save some time. Has to get the expo up and let his tier 2 play for itself.
This Panda certainly quite level hungry. So will be the second hero for ToD. A Blood Mage could be really good. Against the Panda, always strong. And a Demon on a third hero could be good for SaiDe as well. So Blood Mage would kind of double counter a potential third hero demon. But first we have the tier 3 here for SaiDe quite quickly coming in. The Angel of Law, the second one, is going to be finished in time before a cancel can come through. And the Footmen all a little bruised already. But hardly any mana by SaiDe anymore.
That's the Moonbows. Decent. Could use it if he wants to. 2 Footmen hurt. Breath of Fire. Kind of like an invite to it. Let's have a barbecue, but ToD splits kind of well.
Imagine if he had a heal scroll here. That would be so good. But ToD didn't buy one yet.
Ooh, Dryad almost blocked there. Gets out still. Yeah, pretty much nothing to do for ToD at the side. Just keep SaiDe here. As he's buying time for the tier 2. But this is also time for SaiDe to establish the expo. 2 additional footy about to die. And with poison damage, that's all a little accelerated.
And finally, the Abolish Magic finished, so you can deal with these watch weapons pretty easy. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye! Finally level 3. Almost gives him another entangle. Ooh, these Dryads! One goes down.
What about the archers? 1 archer down, 2 archer down. That's a little feast for the panda, for for ToD here. Continue to chase. I think SaiDe was a little overwhelmed.
A player's forces are under attack.
3 down.
There's another archer going down. Again, lots of pressure with his AM and footies. ToD doing a really good job, while the MK just started, and the tier 3 also just started.
Tier 3 almost done for SaiDe as the mining starts. But yeah, how to deal with ToD's tier 3 again? Big question. Double Rex, Sanctum in the back. Probably gonna be the Knights again as he kills another archer. But SaiDe is like, okay, you want to deny everything? Show you how it's done.
Perhaps finally this pressure is gonna subside, but SaiDe took a lot of damage here. Finally Bears coming in. Oh, that reju feels good. Shop is missing, otherwise Orb of Venom would be purchased right away. Shop is coming up at the expansion now. ToD is just relentless.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he broke him at one part of Amazonia.
Ooh, even the cloak comes in.
Yeah, no reveal.
Riot. That is so
Town is
desperately
under siege.
waiting for nighttime, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
A player's
The
forces
shadows
are
take
under
me.
attack.
Water Elemental poking here a little.
Oh,
Footman
Riot.
chasing wisps.
Jesus.
Archmage is free again, continues his harass. Good juggling.
Great game by ToD, man. He's
Yeah.
keeping so much pressure on his opponent. Finally, the AM is forced back, but man,
It took forever.
this must have been like, what, 4 minutes? We kept attention on the other side of the map. In the meantime, tier 3 close to done. Double racks already standing. And it's going to be a lot of knights here coming in soon. Knights and priests, I suppose.
Workshop as well. We have double racks, plus double sanctum, plus a single
Player's
workshop.
forces are under attack.
Can add some more to team. SaiDe, you had a wonderful tournament. You eliminated 2 absolute legends. But you need another one of these miracles to stay in this series.
There is a lot of gold for SaiDe. Lumber is the issue, but he just got the shredder. So if there's like 2 more minutes of peace, both armies could get up to 70 very, very fast. And this time there is a strong second hero for ToD, unlike first map, Last Refuge. We now have the Mountain King. He needs to do a bit of creeping, of course. First, the Panda has a jump start on him. He was a great mid-game. The Footies did a good job, but they also fed experience to the Panda, who is now level 3. That was pretty fast. There is the red camp in the middle, up for grabs, a big drop there, and ToD is keeping eyes on that with the single eye sentry ward ready to contest.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the least thing he wants to allow at the moment. He's still in punching distance. He's creeping up his MK. Archmage is safe. Can roam for some items maybe. Paladin coming. Mortars coming. Knights, Animal War Train. All this progress while staying below 50, not spending any taxes.
A player's
And
forces
still
are under
getting a stronger army by whatever he builds. It's very efficient. He will not be overwhelmed by SaiDe at the moment.
SaiDe trying to go for the Overlord, but he doesn't quite have that much damage yet. Stormbolt on the Panda, but he's a tanky boy. He also has the big heal potion. Clap for the first time showing its effect. Would still love to see a Demon Hunter third. Oh, and it's coming! Nice! Can be very strong against this Mountain King, but will also require some levels. Same as the MK. We have some camps left. The red camp now will partly go to one side, partly to the other. Cloak of Flames
Yep.
is not bad. For Demon Hunter or Panda, they're both pretty good frontline tanks. Well, it's mostly the Panda.
It's experience for the MK, but not really close to level 3. And now he has to share his experience by 3 as the Pally arrives. No staff yet. He had 400 gold. Could have afforded it. Not willing to. Other things might be more important, like army. 73 supply all of a sudden. Inner fire almost done. More teams coming. This army is scary. ToD in a couple of moments will be pushing for the grand final. But guess what? Chimera Ruse by SaiDe. It was oftentimes a struggle to hold on for SaiDe until he gets the Mountain Giants and the upgrades. This time, it might very well be the struggle to survive until the Chimeras are there.
And there is nothing against gyms.
Yep.
We have Water Elementals, which are alright, but they are not enough. Once we have like 3 chims, it's going to be terrifying times here for a human player, but it's still going to take a while. Panda and Keeper on a little harass mission. trying to slow down the opponent. There's always a staff to get out. The Demon Hunter crept the first camp or is about to do it. Right here is going to get level 2. Would love to have that level 3. Still quite far away from that.
How can Seth survive? How can he buy time? How can he distract ToD from the big pushes? He will be all healthy after this creep spot, as he is at the fountain. Good healing as well. Inner fire, mortar teams on a little bit of a high ground.
MK level 3. That's important. Yep. It's going to help a lot against these bears.
Yep, and also damage from water elementals and especially mortar teams increase with the flute now, plus 12. SaiDe needs to survive. Chimera number 1 on the way.
He's got 80 supply. Of course, the Chim is still missing, but this is not a weak Night Elf army. I think he has, whatchamacallit, the Roar thing? Mark of the Claw. Yeah, so he can always use Roar. He's got fairies. It's looking like a pretty good army. If the MK gets to 5, these bears are all going to go extinct. But then again, there's a Demon Hunter ready here to counter. And no Blood Mage to counter the Demon Hunter. So this can absolutely be winnable for SaiDe, but he has to react quickly. These smaller teams are putting in a lot of damage against these buildings.
80-80 supply. 2-1 upgrades against 1-1. 1-2 coming. Panda a little bit blocked. Wisps are coming in. Breath of Fire against mostly Footmen. Fairy Dragons again, and no anti-air available. As you said earlier, Wisps are trying to detonate, and it works partly. ToD has no mana on the MK anymore.
He doesn't have Heal Scroll anymore either. He's just getting eaten alive by these bears. We didn't even have Chims yet. And guess what? In the middle, there's an AP coming up. SaiDe is getting ready to take a 4th base. And ToD suddenly is in trouble.
3rd base indeed. And the Chimera was never revealed. I mean, you kind of need anti-air for the fairies down the road. But it's annoying. You can position against them. Chimeras, you absolutely need to be ready for. It could just be the nail in the coffin. SaiDe again, finding an awesome solution.
Yeah, you can go for more and more upgrades. Chims also have that same upgrade type. They can benefit with the same that Bears and MGs and Drides and everything else does. More staffs are coming in. More Opal Venoms are coming in. This Night Elf army is going stronger by the minute.
It's incredible. ToD is creeping more. We got Gyros out now. We got a Devotion aura here. More defense on the Knights. Where's the one within a fire? It's gonna be... Oh my god, so much armor. It's gonna be, what is it? 16 armor? Crazy. Gyros, more and more Gyros, but Siege Bears back in the game.
And yeah, there's Gyros, but there's also a Panda, the natural counter to them. Oh, the AM in a very bad position! Whoa. Has to use the TP just for himself. ToD slipping in concentration just a little bit. And now he needs to reunite his army.
Yeah, that's hard. That's real hard. Did he rise to polymorph somehow? He's trying. He's at 50%. There's not too many Dryads. Maybe that is working. But so far the Chimera is almost untouched. The Fairy Dragons do tremendous damage. Front row fight though. Knights versus Bears. Who prevails? 2 Chimeras up now.
Damage towards both sides. The Panda's lining up the next perfect Breath of Fire. And there it goes! Bear's also taking damage. MK as well. He's in trouble. AM hits level 5. Has to be Water Elementals, I think. He needs every bit of power that he has that he can afford to muster. But the Mountain King in trouble. Getting right click. Dropping really low. Potion transferred. It's on cooldown. Can't be used right now. ToD falling back. 63 supply only left for himself. So 80 supply. But the fire coming through. The Night Elf is doing this!
Double level up. SaiDe, you crazy magician. How did that work again? Breath of Fire. He takes out caster after caster. The Panda switch proves to be very, very, very strong. Level 3 Paladin. Maybe with a little more sustain. Gyros are putting in the damage. Panda's running out of mana. Gotta be careful here. 2 Bears about to fall as well. Pulling back the Chimera. Pulling everything back. Is there even a TP? Yes, there is. Staff used already. Big heal potion. Doesn't even need it here. Did we talk too soon? Is ToD fighting back? SaiDe wants this MK, I feel.
So many kills on both sides, really.
Massacre. Who fights the other back? Oh, nice anti-magic. So he can make use of the fountains. Big question.
Yeah, SaiDe makes it over there. Especially for him, this saves a lot of mana, a lot of gold. The priests sort of heal everything up anyways. But for the Night Elf, it's really good. And now we do have MGs coming in.
Yeah,
At least
2-2.
a few.
2 MGs with upgrades and hippos. So the plan is to use a couple of hippos to get rid of the flying machines alongside the breath, and then switch back into chimeras.
Yeah. But first he's gonna forget about the chimps for a little while. He's gonna delay them and wait for a more glorious day for them to return. I feel like he doesn't even need hippos then, but anyways, he's got a strong ground army, and I imagine more upgrades coming in, right? Yeah, third armor upgrade. The Night Elf, late game strength, upgrades, and Orb of Venom. You could even buy on the Panda. He's not the greatest orb carrier, but hey, Orb of Venom is always good.
SaiDe never really established a base in the middle. It's only an AP. Panda is far away from 5. Keeper is getting there, kind of, but I mean, he's killed for Thorns Aura, so that shows you how effective he is in this game. Oh, ToD was blocked
Are the
in.
Treants even good anymore? Couldn't he just fully retrain into Entangle and Thorns?
Well, Entangle isn't too great either, so...
Yeah, but it has the potential of being really good if the Dispel is just a little bit slow.
Okay. Roar again. No Chimera anymore. Also, only one Fairy, if I see this correctly, but 80 supply, 2 upgrades. MK full mana. He's ready. He got the staff. He got 2 staffs and an invul potion. 1-2 upgrade here. 2-2. Of course. The armor on Knights is crazy. Wonder if he can just ignore them somehow.
I don't think he has to. I mean, yeah, they have 50% damage reduction, but there's enough damage on SaiDe's side to just kill them twice. And the Pally is not level... he is level 3. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So, didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot of healing. That's a lot of damage. Your double Orb of Venom, Breath of Fire, Bear, Roar, Mountain Giants, soon to be 3 attack upgrades. We don't have it queued yet, but it should be coming at some point.
Next engine of wind coming. Far in the back. More mortars now. That's the transition we're seeing from ToD. Who gets the better army composition here in front of 8,700 viewers? SaiDe can't make a single mistake. ToD will punish that so hard. It's not that the heroes carry themselves or that the army carries themselves, but SaiDe is getting into dangerous territory. 94 supply. Queue everything. Chimeras, Dryads, more Fairies.
Yeah, he's got 100 supply actually in queue already. There's 2 more Dryads behind.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a scary army. That's a scary army.
ToD has to follow at some point. He has
And
more gold.
this army
than
is going to be much more difficult to execute for ToD. I mean, you know, all the Night Elf micro memes aside, the nature just of how bears and MGs and especially hippogriffs work, you can just A-click most of them and then use your spells. It's going to be up to ToD to play more defensively kite and make sure not everything dies instantly.
Alright then. Whoo, what a clap! 1, 2. Okay. Could have been more kills, I guess. Tree is moving over, and that's exactly what ToD wanted to see. Are the 100 supply online yet? ToD is not ready. But he feels like he has to engage into this fight.
Riot's taking a good bit of damage, but so are the Gyros. Breath of Fire coming through. Panda on the front line. The Knights, all their armor doesn't seem to be enough. They're dropping low HP really fast. Pally can only heal 1 at a time. Heal Sword is also coming through. The Gyros seem to be winning the air, maybe, but only slightly. Keeper gets up to level 5. Demon in the front line taking heaps of damage, but there should always be a staff for him. There is. But the Eternity Tree is not in the main anymore, only over at the middle, so he can't heal up instantly. But look at this army! SaiDe is just chewing through everything. Even the Shredder is in, and ToD is getting demolished. With the Dryad slow coming in, he can even look for a bit of chasing here. Some breakers will be getting taken out. More experience for this Panda, getting closer and closer to 5. 2 mortar teams in serious trouble, and so is ToD. This game seems to be SaiDe's.
This game is down the dumpster for ToD for sure. He's still mining at the upper left. ToD will soon be outmined at the bottom right, and Tree of Eternity established another base with an Ancient Protector, and now said, with his 78 supply, he's perfectly below the threshold of high upkeep. He can heal with Mountain Giants and Chimeras and Bears at the fountain, so he's fully healed again without using too much mana. And what does ToD have left? Like, distraction attack and some invisible mortars, but not even that seems to be worth it at all. Oh, hero focus maybe. Again, the Demon Hunt to the center of attention, but there's always a staff.
Again, he's far away from healing. He's in the middle of the map, up on the high ground. Mortars connect pretty well right there. Dride's going down quickly. All these upgrades perhaps not enough to keep the army alive. For he's going to TP out before he loses too much. 2 Drides went down, but I think the rest remained alive. Where the hell is the Panda, by the way? He was on a little shopping trip or something. He was missing for that engagement, but now he's back with the army. He got full mana, full HP, some items, and he's very close now to 5.
Alright, still high ground advantage. If he positions himself well, Demon Hunter, does he have a staff? Not really. He's missing. An orb is missing and a staff is missing, plus the mana burn is missing. SaiDe needs the 3rd hero back in this fight. Okay, Mortar team sieging this now. Supply almost even. Wisp for the detonate, getting rid of all that inner fire, but that didn't really work. Okay, Panda comes in, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, Mischance is nice. Demon Hunter comes back as well, getting rid of the Water Elementals. So limited anti-air for ToD once again. Heal Scroll used on SaiDe's side. He's punching for game 5. Panda is super close to 5.
Yeah, this seems to be the end over here. Everything is dying for ToD. Well, it says 70 supply.
Yeah.
Maybe he can still do this.
Mortars,
level
man.
5 level up. He's
Big
got the Breath of Fire now, but the MK also in trouble. No saving him anymore. The carry second hero is dead. Well played is called. GG 2-2. We have one more dance.
Exactly. One last dance between these two. It is 2-2 after game 5. What a series between them. Opening up with a SaiDe win, then back-to-back ToD, and then SaiDe ties it up. He is not dead yet. Don't count him out as long as he had the chance. Once again, great transition with the one Chimera. The fight in the upper left kind of prepared for what was the late game. And then claiming the high ground, preparing the high ground very early on. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty action-packed game, and we get the encore.
And now we're down to a best of 1, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Northern Isles will be our decider. Who will be the first finalist? A Frenchman. Not something too many would have expected, I would assume. And certainly nobody expected SaiDe to do this. But, man, what a way to raise your reputation at the beginning of a year.
Yeah.
I'm certainly going to look out for SaiDe much more beyond this weekend, beyond this tournament. And I hope we're going to see him compete a lot in the coming year, in the DreamHack and whatever other big tournaments will be coming up. Would love to see more from him. Of course, we all know, Foggy for being the #1 standout Night Elf player in Europe, but SaiDe looking damn good as well.
Exactly, man. If there's another nation war, look out for France. They got a killer lineup with Craft Side, SaiDe, and ToD. I wouldn't dare to fight them for sure. Whew, what's happening at the supporter front, Remo? I see we are at 60 patrons. And we cracked the 400 per month. That is pretty nice, ladies and gentlemen. We got Joe Kowalski supporting the Matcherino affair here with $10. Grubby with my predictions and said he would win. I'm happy about the result. Thank the X-Lord. Great play of words, my friend. Great play of words.
And we have a few more subs here as well. Wizbla, thank you for the sub. Gary with a 5-month 3 sub says, thanks for the stream. Johnny Glow with a 6 months. Spork Mudant with a gifted sub. Dashosh with the host. Bazooka with the 100 bits, and Vedekind with the 3 months says GG. Yeah, that was a really good game. This has been a really good series. On day 1, we unfortunately had a few very one-sided 2-0 series, but here day 2 definitely delivers. And honestly, it's mostly SaiDe who is delivering these sick games, these back and forths.
Absolutely.
Can he make it all the way to the grand final? The underdog, who nobody thought had a chance, who many said was the weakest player in this lineup. He's proving so many people wrong today.
Yeah, he's falling back in pretty much every game and then wiggles his way out. There's no other way. The one solution, he finds it. 2-2. We are ready. The players are ready. SaiDe was asking for a little bit of a break, but that's already done. And now the decision on Northern Isles.
ToD is playing Blood Mage a lot less than the other top humans in the world, and I think it's really proving to be painful. If you're going up against Keeper Naga on the enemy side, then I'm on board. Okay, don't play Blood Mage, he doesn't work out well there. But against Panda, he could have worked out definitely. The Blood Mage can secure the late game mana-wise, and that will oftentimes lead to victory. Is ToD's refusal to play Blood Mage costing him the final? That's, of course, a bit of hyperbole. There's a lot more that goes into it. But yeah, he's staying away from the Blood Mage here for the most part. Let's see what we get. Map 5. Not else.
SaiDe the Marathon Man. 2-1 versus Mikhail. 2-1 versus Grubby. Is it gonna be the 3-2 to make him the legend killer? ToD spawns in the bottom left in the yellow. And his opponent, same country, also from France, with a standout performance. It doesn't matter who wins this map. It is the standout performance for SaiDe. The performance of his career. W3 champions making new stars here at the Season 4 final. What will we see? Would love to get a translation for that.
Does that mean the two suicidal ones who want to play against Happy in the final or something like that?
Probably, yeah. That would be my interpretation as well.
Vive la France! Allez, allez! Who's gonna make it?
Allez le bleu or allez le yellow?
We don't know what yellow means.
Of course. It's hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Well, whoever plays better, man. Whoever deserves it. Both have proven to be quite formidable here, and it's been a great series. Great back and forth. And we see the first two heroes coming out already. Keeper against AM once again. I think Keeper the most reliable hero nowadays, unless you are an expert with the Warden, which is very hard to do. The Keeper normally the more reliable choice. Can work out very well with a Panda or a Naga, sometimes even a Demon Hunter second. So there's a lot of versatility in second heroes you can go for. I voiced my concern about the human second hero choice before. I think the human, if there is no Naga second, in every other case, you should go Blood Mage because of how crazy strong it can be late game. But ToD tried it with the MK. Didn't quite work out. The ultra late game for SaiDe, man. We saw 100 supply, Neo. 100 supply, triple hero, double orb, 2-3 upgrades. How can you even beat that?
Good question, man. It's a very, very powerful 100 supply, and I think at one point it's always up for the Night Elf to set up new challenges, and the human is always reacting. You need, I don't know, some kind of anti-air against chimeras. If there's too much anti-air in terms of gyros, the Panda grills it, or you find a solution with hippos, and it's so hard. It's this crazy back and forth that you also have in Human vs. Undead, for example. So interesting dynamic here for sure. Where do we go from here? ToD is moving out into the middle of the map, has the Wand of Mana Stealing, so looks like a little bit of aggression early on. We have 3 farms. Here's the 4th one, far in the back, so maybe a delayed expansion right there, as SaiDe is moving over to the natural right away without creeping the green early. Gets a crystal ball.
Not the perfect item you hope for, but you know that scouting can help out sometimes. I think he clipped the AM with that one, so knows what he's up to. Seems like it's going to be Tuskar, double green into expansion. That will lead to a level 3 on the AM. Keeper's also getting somewhat close to level 3. Doesn't have it yet though. And what ToD has been doing really well in these early games is respecting the keeper enough, but not too much to still get stuff done. Some humans fall into the trap of seeing a level 3 keeper and be like, oh my god, I can't do anything anymore. My footies are useless. I have to play defensively. But that's not how it works. The keeper still has a limiting factor even with level 3, which is called mana. And on AZ we saw that, especially how the mana pool was always limited and the footies could always do something. So far the expansion harass for SaiDe hasn't been looking too good. Let's see how it is now.
Alright, ToD with level 3. Can SaiDe steal something? Oh,
we got it!
Oh, he got it indeed! It didn't really work on AZ, but it sure as hell works here. That was a great harass. That was everything that AZ wasn't.
Yeah, very well done there. And ToD, normally the master of the last hits, he kind of gave a somewhat easy opening to the keeper. He could have played around that a little bit better, but okay, keeper gets it. And now with that 1 kill away only from the level up. Telestaff, back to the main, slip up from the Moonwells, kill one footy, get level 3. How much juice is he gonna get? Not that much, because it's the same build again, with a fast expansion and only 2 Moonwells. Oh, there's a third one on the way, actually. That's really cool. There's more mana for this keeper. It's going to be up to him to hold off these foot.
Alright. Keeper, can he reach level 3 soon enough? When of mana stealing used, so not too much entangle anymore. And again, it's exactly what happened before. This group of footmen, he got a lot of them, and he uses them really, really well without feeding too much. He's getting the cancel. Well played by ToD.
SaiDe definitely in a bit of trouble here. Needs to make sure he finds a lot of kills on these footmen now to even up the game.
But how?
These footies will be getting denied, as we see so often. ToD, very importantly, got the early defend. He's got the expansion coming up. Seems like ToD in a good position here.
So far, so good for sure. It's not that he lacks experience or something with the creep route he chose with the green after the Tuskas. His Ogre Magi steal doesn't hurt too much. And you said limiting factor is mana. He doesn't have mana. It's not even nighttime for so much longer. And the human are back at their favorite new thing. It continues this trend. Killing Moonwells. And SaiDe is in a very bad spot all of a sudden.
Yeah, he didn't even have the time to go for a second hero. And now
Nope.
he's supply stuck.
Yeah.
He can't go for the second hero even longer. This is a horrible early game.
ToD is already teching.
Yeah, this might be the worst early game so far for SaiDe.
Well, he constantly found solutions so far. Like, to be honest, CH didn't look too good for him either.
Yeah, but his expansion is still finished, and he got a second hero, so this is definitely worse. But it's not over yet.
You're just nitpicking at this point, Remo. Come on.
Oh no, it's a lot worse, but we'll see. You know, if he gets out of this, then we can sing the praises for him truly. Moonwell finally finished. Is this the time for the second hero? ToD is even protecting the tavern. He's
Nice.
making it very tough for SaiDe to go for either a Naga or a Panda. Does that force him into a Demon Hunter? I don't know.
Not yet. If I'm looking at this overlay. ToD is comfortably mining from this. Did he just kill the Snow Owl? Okay, now he deserves to lose.
You know, you gotta let that frustration out somehow. Otherwise, you're gonna eat away at you.
ToD again with the deny. No. Oh, there's the second expansion attempt, but it's kind of late. ToD makes sure that he sees it. And this aggression is working out nice. This creep route in general is working out really nice against what SaiDe picked early. Demon Hunter it is.
Starting now, probably because he was forced away from the middle.
How long is ToD using his footman? Now he's starting to lose some, but mana again is empty and it's daytime. It just turned daytime. And how to get back from here. ToD is at 900 gold. He's finishing tier 2 very quickly. The second Rax is up and we're getting some rifles. Looks like it's time to end this relatively soon without a big tier 3 transition this time. The Witch still might be the opening for SaiDe to get back into this game somehow. Finally Demon Hunter out. Footman denied again. He's never allowing him to raise to crazy levels, early 5 or something. He can also not do too much with the Treants anymore. Well, that Water Elemental for once can't be denied. But no big losses. Again, Expo cancelled. That's all that matters for ToD.
Set in just all kinds of trouble. No mana. Hardly any moon juice. Tech just started. Lore is going to be getting cancelled. ToD just with his footies in AM. He's doing a wonderful job. This seems to be always his strongest part in the game. When he's applying this pressure with footy and AM. Always knowing how far he can go. Forces the TP home.
This is kind of what we mean when we say just play like Infi. Especially in the early stages. Like, the amount of value that the gods get from just Footman is incredible from the human tier 3. You're stuck with human tier 3 for a long time. In this game, not too long, but for the rest of the games, for a long time. And they transition better and better and better, and that's why human is getting more and more scary recently. We get the long rifles upgrades, Naga second again, so the Demon Hunter isn't even too effectful.
This Naga could again have the same problem as on LR, that she is not as strong of a late game hero as usually human would like to have, but she's very good for tempo now. And ToD is doubling down on his strong early game that he had before. He's trying to get as much out of it as he can. Trying to creep up a little bit more. This keeper's just always out of mana. He never had the luxury of just being able to spam entangles and taking out all the footmen.
Okay. Sad. Needs to pull a Houdini, but he's blocking himself just a little bit. Do we have a staff? No, we don't. The Demon Hunter's just dead. Sad. In a world of trouble. Not even a strong Demon Hunter is allowed here now. Rest of the spot goes to ToD. Mana Stone. Some people might have expected a legend in the grand final here with the bracket we got. But it's not Grubby. It might be the other 4 king. It might just be ToD if there's no big mistake. No big belated Christmas gift. Then ToD is in the grand final.
And for once, ToD isn't even creeping that much. He's keeping the pressure on right now. He doesn't want to give the opponent so much time for the Mountain Giants again. He is pressuring with the Naga. Not going tier 3, by the way. He's trying to finish the game right here, and it may very well work. SaiDe's army is so small. He finally has the Orb of Venom, but that's one of the few very good things that he has. He doesn't even have master training yet for the bears. Not quite started yet. He's going for another bear first, delaying it even more.
Oh, wow. He has master finish now. Demon Hunter is super low again. Uh-oh, Fork Lightning, right click. Demon Hunter dies for the second time. That's not allowed. The police is coming, ready to arrest Sad for the murder of Michael and Grubby, and that's exactly what's happening. GG, well played. Good luck against Happy Smiley Face. Nice bit of humor. ToD is not the 3rd legend falling too sad. He avenges his brother in Mikael, his former 4 king ally in Grubby, and he is in the grand final. Who would have thought that it's ToD in the end?
Yeah, very, very impressive. It wasn't Grubby to take him out. It was his countryman. Said, I'm going to keep an eye on him. He looked really good. I think it's wonderful also to see him in high spirits here. He knows this was a good tournament for him. He gets the top 4 finish, which is more than $150 and a lot of fame and prestige going towards him as well. ToD in the grand final, playing in his favorite matchup against Undead. It's going to be either X-Lord or Happy. One of those two will join him.
That is for sure. We can show you the bracket here on Liquipedia, which is not updated yet as we're operating on a 3-minute delay, but you can use your imagination for sure. Here we have it. ToD defeating Lil DC, Cooper, and Sad. Now the first Undead is going to join him. X-Lord got a death win yesterday over Blade. Defeated Cash, and especially when he was playing Standard, looking red hot. Happy. In typical Happy fashion, hasn't lost a single map. Not against Krav, not against Thorzane. Will that change now? X-Lord has defeated Happy at a DreamHack in a best of 3. Can he take it all the way? Can we open 2021. With the defeat of Happy, or will the Emperor continue to reign in the early stages of this? Time for you guys to check out the match arena. Let's get up to 3,333 for the fourth season here at W3 Champion Season Final. And especially check out the Patreon for long-term support of this wonderful server that brings us so much joy before we go into the second semi-final of this tournament. Support WC3 is the bot command. All the links are there. We shared it on social media yesterday as well if you want to look that up. ToD is in the grand final. His very first grand final, I think, since the Back to Warcraft Cup almost a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. Wonderful story. We determine his opponent. It's going to be an undead. Happy versus X-Lord, one of the best undead mirrors on the planet coming up.